Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Josh, and I am Working Man Reads here on YouTube. I am a booktuber, and I love to talk about horror, sci-fi, fantasy, whatever. I read everything. If you tell me it's good, I'll probably read it. So if you like any of those things, please consider subscribing down below. But today, we are here to do the Assumptions About Me Q&A. I hope you guys learned some different things about me. Hopefully I don't piss off too many people, but hey, it's my channel. Let's have fun with it, right? And do something different today. But I also wanted to say thank you to my buddy Maddux Entertainment. I'm going to link his channel down below. He did send me his copy that he purchased himself of Monstray and sent it to me. So I'm really thankful to that. And I found a bookmark, Jay. I don't know if you meant to leave that in there, but shout out to him. It's The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I think he does enjoy Poe, so let me know which Poe story I should read, Jay, down the line here. But yeah, so we're doing assumptions about me, so it's pretty self-explanatory. I have like quite a few comments here. I'm going to work my way down. It's all my buddies, and let's get into it. So this is from Lost Cunningham. He said, I assume you like to dance. I'm talking dance. Dance like Clear the Floor Josh is about to bust a move. And he said, cheers. Actually, I'm a horrible dancer, but I do dance, and I dance heavy. There are videos circulating of my wife and I just cutting a rug. We are kind of known for, like, if you invite us to a wedding, we're out there. Every year there's a Christmas party for my work, and literally the party doesn't start until my wife and I arrive. So, yeah, shout out to that. And I assume, Timmy, if you get enough bourbon in him, I think we can get some Michael Jackson type style dancing out there. But all right, moving on. This is from Books of Blood. My buddy John. He said, I honestly can't think of any assumptions about you. I assume that you are a Bills fan, that you are, and you are from New York. So huge big Bills fan. And yes, I do live here in Buffalo, New York. And the Bills are actually the only New York football team. The other two teams are actually New Jersey. So you got the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets. They play in New Jersey. They're not New York teams. Come at me, Como. I got you, bro. I got you. The New Jersey Giants. All right, this is from Calvin Ellis. My assumption is that you did and are doing a lot of growth after childhood. Like you made the choice to see the world in a different way than the people around you. And that's from my buddy Calvin. He also said, you have a Jeep. I drive a Jeep myself. And yes, I drive a TJ. It's a 2004 Wrangler. Yeah, it's Black Betty. It's my baby. She's in the garage right now because I have to put the hard top on for the winter. And yes, I did actually do a lot of growth after probably like 17 to 18. Well, I was very close with my grandparents growing up. I was very close with an elderly couple. And so I was instilled with like values of an older person. So where I'm 27 and I don't act like a 27-year-old, I feel 37. And it's just the way I am. I'm very old school. I'm very old soul. Like even my wife said it to her friend the other day, like, he's an old soul. He's not a normal 27-year-old guy. I take pride in not being, 27. When everybody else was partying, I was kind of not. I was the DD, and I was, I'm not saying I was perfect. Obviously, I definitely got away with some stuff. Who doesn't when they're teenagers? But I never went to college, so I really just am all self-taught. Anything I know, I have learned myself or the hard way. So yeah, I've done a lot of growth after childhood. I've also went through a lot of things emotionally and in my personal life, and it's made me who I am today. And I'm so very thankful for it. All right. This is going to get intense, guys. Maddux Entertainment. I assume there are assumptions on here that you won't answer. And I know which one he's talking about. And I've already refilmed this now. I don't know how to answer the one assumption because, yeah, it goes against what I normally talk about on the channel, but I'll save it for last, and hopefully people understand that my opinions are my opinions, and we will continue. So, Uptown Horror Reviews. I assume that you have only daughters, no sons, and you either married your high school sweetheart or you've known her your whole life. Now, Uptown, I have one daughter, and her name is Aria Lynn, and we have another one on the way. I just announced it on Instagram, and so I'm doing it here on YouTube also. We have another one on the way. We don't find the gender out for another 4 weeks. And if it's my son, then we're done having kids. But I don't mind being a girl dad. I'll be a girl dad all day. I don't mind it. I love it. I love being a girl dad. It's amazing. And she is not my high school sweetheart. My high school sweetheart, I'm not a big fan of her. It did not end well, and it was kind of horrible. I dated the same girl for like 4 years, and I'm so thankful it didn't work out because I met my wife actually while I was working, and I would talk to this girl, and I was like, God, she's got to have somebody else. Like, I'm never going to be able to ask this girl out, you know? And then, although she says the same thing about me, she was like, you were dating somebody else, and like, so we didn't right off the bat see each other. We were just kind of like friends a little bit, and then eventually I was like, hey, I'm single, are you single? Let's hang out. And we were already in our 20s at that point. She's a few years older than me, and yeah, I've never looked back. We've been together ever since, and she's a great person. So, and she's the mother of my child. You gotta shout out that. Books, yada yada. I drive a Jeep Wrangler. Bet you wouldn't assume that. Great idea for this tag. I assume you cry while watching certain Disney films. So shout out to the Jeep Wrangler Club. Respect. Rocking and rolling out here, guys. And I assume that you cry. I cry all the time now. I didn't cry. Well, I've always been kind of a little bit of a softie. But after I had a daughter, I don't know if there's any other daughter dads out here. I cry all the time now. I don't know what's wrong with well, you know what? Nothing's wrong with that. It's cool to cry and to show emotion, and it actually feels good after the fact. But yes, Disney films hit you in the feels. The Lion King to this day. Not so much Bambi because, hunting, come on, really? You know what I mean? I feel like they were trying to get you there. The Bambi doesn't really do it for me, but The Lion King, I'm telling you, that's some sad stuff. All right. B&B Books. Since you live in the northern snowy part of the country, I'm assuming you know how to skate. And I am a terrible skater. I played football growing up, and I never been a fan of the outdoors when it's like negative 10 degrees outside. My wife and my brother-in-law and my whole family is hockey fans, like hardcore. I'm from a hockey town. Buffalo is known for hockey. There's ice everywhere. People play on the water and like any portions of ponds that'll ice over. But I was always just trying to stay in shape for football season. I played my entire life growing up, and I just was I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't do anything when it wasn't football season. It was just football, and that was it. I wish it was school, but it was not. It was all about football growing up, so struggle. All right. And then Jason's Weird Reads, he says, my assumption about you is that you are very dedicated and loyal to the people you love, especially your kids. And Jason, seems like you know. And yeah, I'm one of those people. If anybody ever needs anything, I'm there. It doesn't matter what time it is, where you are. I just pride myself on trying to be a good neighbor, and that includes you guys. I'm sure my friends will tell you, on here that I'm always there. I'm always here available to talk to, available to be a good friend. I have had some bad friends in my past, high school friends and stuff that just are kind of gone and by the wayside. But the friends that I found recently or after that, a few years after that, are lifelong friends. And I wouldn't know what to do without them. They know who they are. They don't watch my videos because they're jerks, but I appreciate them, and they're the type of friends that would be there for me also. And then I do have one friend that I was friends with since we were 2 years old. We were in diapers, and we still are best friends. I was the best man in his wedding recently, and I love you, man. Let's move on. I got a frog in my throat right now. That's a good start. Daniel, you love the Lost Boys movie. Oh, I was gonna look this up. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I do. I love all movies. I'm very easy to please, but I'm sorry, Daniel. I have not seen it. I'm just terrible. I'm sure. Oh, the Lost Boys. So like Peter Pan and stuff. You know what? I want this to be off the cuff, so I'm not gonna look it up right now. But I didn't get it. I am going to have. Okay, so Dark Between Pages. She said she was gonna think about an assumption, and she never came back. Okay, Nikki, I see you. But yeah, moving on, I guess. Nikki will have one later. She'll probably come on this video and say what hers is. But I appreciate Nikki. Go sub to her channel. Sub to all these people. They're all great people. Kelly, hooked on books. Since I know where you live, I assume you say pop rather than soda. Heck yeah, pop. Yeah, we don't say soda in New York. Come on. Shh, come on. Yeah, no. Can I get an ice cold pop? That's what we talk about. That's how it is. Yankee Southerner reads, sounds good. I assume you prefer to live in a town than the country. Well, Paul, actually, no. I grew up on Grand Island, and it's a very small town. I had a park next to my house, and so I had no neighbors, and I was kind of the house. I had a barn. Here I have actually like an acre and a half where I live right now. But I do have to say that where I live now, my neighbors are a little too close. So actually, I want to, when we move, well, if we do move, we're going to buy a house with some more land, maybe out in the boonies, out where we are here. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, actually, I prefer not being around people. I'm a people person at work, but I would prefer not to have to deal with living next to them because that's rough. Very literary Carrie. I assume you do fun group Halloween costumes with your friends and family. Friends and or family. Well, my family, every year we do something. My wife, Aria, and I. The first year I was a zookeeper with them. Well, technically, Aria was in my wife's belly right before Halloween, and my wife was like a pregnant, like dead person or something, and then I can't remember what I was, but yeah, every year we do. This year we were Winnie the Pooh. My wife was Pooh. That's great to say. And then I was Tigger, and then Aria was Piglet. So it was super fun. There's pictures also on Instagram about that. Philip Chase. I assume you watch sports and played some too. Yes. I played lacrosse, football, rugby, soccer, track. Yes. And then I also coached football and track. And then, yes, I watch really only football, but then when it's like Olympics, I love the track and field, like big time. I also think that gymnastics is incredible. I don't know how those chicks and men and women do that. Oh, we're still recording. Good television here. But yeah, I have no idea how they do what they do. They're physical specimens. I don't know how. They're such amazing athletes. Not big on basketball, unless it's like March Madness, and I've put money on any of the teams. But yeah, I love it. Love sports. Sion, he asked, my buddy Sion, he asked, I assume you love the movie Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? You want to go practice karate in the garage? Yeah, absolutely. Step Brothers is amazing. You can call me Dragon, or Red Dragon, whatever he says. Did you just put your sack on my drum set? Yes, Sion, I love Step Brothers. I used to watch it all the time. It's amazing. Monica, oh, she didn't actually ask one. CS, I assume you listen to more audiobooks than you read physical copies. I feel like any booktube, well, I'm not going to say any, because I think the people in my friend group actually read a lot more physical copies. But I will say that some of these really popular YA and fantasy people, ain't a chance in heck they're reading thick fantasy and sci-fi novels multiple a week. Unless this is their job, which some of them it is, even then, I guarantee they're switching between both of them. Like, you know who I really respect is Murphy Napier. She literally is honest about it. She's like, yeah, I'm switching between audiobook and physical copy because it helps them get through it. So usually though, CS, I do one ebook, one physical copy, and then 2 to 3 audiobooks a month. That's just how it is. Last month I slacked. All right, Sarah MG reads, I assume you stop and pet stray cats when you go for walks. Heck yeah. I actually was like an emotional wreck recently. I was in the rougher areas of Buffalo, and there was this like dying cat. Like, I've never seen a cat so emaciated. So I went and bought like 3 cat foods for it at the dollar store, and I brought it to him. So yeah, no, I love cats. I'm a big animal lover. All right, so are you into horror, which is Richard? I assume you prefer to wear Levi's over Wranglers, and I actually wear Wranglers. They're a little bit, well, not a little bit, they're like half the price of Levi's. So I don't really get to buy clothes for myself anymore. I think going forward, I will drink Levi's, but I usually am buying clothes for either a toddler or my wife. So Josh is still wearing, like, I wear band t-shirts and like the same hat all the time. And I'm usually like, yeah, but I think the nicer jeans I have are Wranglers. I have like gray one. Yeah, I literally think I have 3 pairs of Wrangler jeans right now and no Levi's. So we're going to have to say that. All right, the Codex Cantina. I assume you've gone to at least one Ozfest. I did, and it rained out, and it sucked. I was super sad about it. I didn't get to really like enjoy it. We were in a poncho and just, you know what? It was fun for different. Once you were soaked, it was like whatever. We're having fun now, but it was a little rough. I assume you don't wear shirts at home until it's time to film. That's actually pretty accurate. Yeah. Especially now it's getting a little cold out, but my wife's probably going to laugh at that if she actually watches this prank. She's going to be like, you don't wear shirts. I don't wear shirts. But now I've been putting on a little weight, so I'm a little more self-conscious about not, So I assume you prefer economic choices over luxury choices. Absolutely. Literally this previous question, I assume you mean like buying goods. And the answer is yes. I go for the cheaper option because I'd rather spend the money on my family or some books, probably. And then Mindy said, thanks for the kind words. Definitely Mindy's book journal. She's great. And then the bookish mom. Now I miss my pickup. Oh, she was joking because I said something about pickups. This is a fun idea for a video, so she didn't say an assumption. And then team Osta, I can't ever pronounce, but it's Paul's wife's channel, Team Ostawich. Terrible. It's rough weather outside. Sorry to be personal, which you're not. How old are you? 27. I am very young. I'm very, very young. I understand. I just am also married with a kid and a full-time career, so I feel like older and older as the times go by. But I know that I'm still young, and that's cool. But I'm getting older every day. That's kind of what's happening. Gloria McNeely, writer, awesome channel. Definitely check her out. I assume you don't have any tattoos. I actually have 3. I have a family tree on my back. I have a heart that's my wife and mine's thumbprint. And then I have a buffalo on my shoulder with the skyline with some snow coming down. So yeah, I have 3 tattoos, and I'll probably get more. I actually love tattoos. My job hasn't straight up said that you can't have tattoos, but I just didn't want to play that game. I know it's getting better out there, and I actually enjoy tattoos. I love art. So Spider-Man TV, which is my little brother / my mother. I bet you still go trick-or-treating. And, well, technically I do because I take my kid. And actually, we were out trick-or-treating this year, and a gentleman gave me a Labatt Blue. And shout out to you, sir. You are a scholar and a gentleman, and I appreciate you. All right, Jedi Susie. This is the one I was worried about. But shout out to her. She's a nice supporter of the channel. So I actually respect the cojones of actually posting this because I have over and over said I do not want to get political, but I'll probably end up posting this tomorrow, which is election day. Right off the bat, she says, I assume you are a Trump supporter. So I'm actually not a supporter of the duopoly. I don't actually believe everything the news tells me, whether it's CNN or Fox. I do all of my research myself. I read books on platforms and economics and different things like that. So that being said, this year I will be voting for my first female candidate, and she is the Libertarian candidate, Jo Jorgensen, so I will be voting for her. So I am almost protest voting this election because I have to pick between two racist white men. So yeah, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to believe in freedom and liberty for everybody. So yeah, I assume you love mac and cheese. And I would have to say, yeah, who doesn't love freaking mac and cheese? I assume you are kind to senior citizens. Absolutely. Who isn't kind to just everybody? I try to be kind to every person that I come across, no matter their age. I respect them. And especially senior citizens. Sometimes I've met like World War II veterans, and those guys and gals are just next level, amazing. I appreciate everything that they've done, and some of those older generations are just different types of people than we're ever going to see again. Yeah, so I assume you live in the U.S. Yes, I'm a proud American citizen, and I love my country, and I hope we can get through everything and get over this illness that's going around and just get past this. Forget all those people that are worried about a civil war. That's dumb. If I can leave anything here, it's the fact that I can be friends with so many different people, so many different walks of life, so many, I've met such great people here, and I believe in our country, and I believe in the people that I know and I've came across, and this is all just going to be water under the bridge, and we're all going to just get over it in a couple months, and we'll be able to just move on, and then in the next 4 years we'll do the same thing, but hopefully that time there will be more representation and people will better self-educate themselves on who to properly vote for and to know what they did in their pasts and things like that. It's important to do your research, and that's why I did what I did. So shout out to everybody that gave me these assumptions. This was super fun. I hope you learned some more about me. If I pissed you off, I'm sorry. I'm sure I will get a couple thumbs down, but I just wanted to be authentic and I wanted to be myself like usual. So this has been Working Man Reads. Thank you so much for dropping by. Peace.